My name is Dr. Eric Olson, and I am proud to be the General Director of the Santa Cruz Cooperative School. Thank you for being here today. I am happy to present to you my report for the General Assembly for April of 2024. I thought that I would take a different approach and do a video presentation so that you can actually see some of the things that I'm going to be talking about today. You can see the kids in action, you can see the teachers at work, and you can see parts of our strategic plan actually coming to life. I invite you to join me on a tour for the next few minutes where we talk about the work that we've been doing here at SCCS. My report today will consist of a few parts. We'll talk about our mission, vision, and values. We'll talk about the strategic plan, the three parts of that, and the work that we are doing to make sure that we are completing our job as outlined in the strategic plan. We'll also talk a little bit about campus safety, and we'll highlight some events that have made SCCS a special place to grow and learn this year. One of the things that we are most proud of at SCCS, and the source of much of our strength, is rooted in the mission, vision, and core values that guide the work that we do here every day. I start all of my meetings with my staff members, with the board of directors, reminding us of our mission, vision, and core values, and I'd like to do the same today. At SCCS, we cultivate lifelong learners who are critical and creative thinkers, principled leaders, and compassionate global citizens. Our vision is the Jaguar community supports, inspires, and challenges every mind and heart to reach their full potential. And our core values of respect, kindness, integrity, responsibility, resilience, and collaboration. We see these in our students. We practice these every day, and we really build upon this to create a nurturing and inclusive community in which all of our students feel valued, respected, and that they are a valued part of the Jaguar community. The primary topic of my presentation today is an update on our strategic plan. I want to give you a little history of the strategic plan and show you what we are doing to make sure that we are completing it this year. The strategic plan is derived from the SCCS mission. From that mission, a number of years ago, they came up with three specific strategic plan objectives. These were initiated originally in 2020, but got put on hold due to the pandemic and other problems. And so really in 2022, they initiated the full 3-year plan to complete the strategic plan. And you can see that we had innovative, personalized, differentiated learning experience that would embody our mission. Our second goal was to have social emotional well-being that would help promote principled leaders and lifelong learners. And then we also had opportunities for engagement, inclusion, and diversity so that we could maximize the potential for all. So you can see how the mission and vision help drive the strategic plan objectives. This year, working with my leadership team and the board, we helped to reword these objectives a little bit to make them more actionable, to make them a little bit more tangible for our students and staff, so that we could more clearly explain the work that we are doing related to the strategic plan. Our first goal is we will develop and deliver an innovative, personalized, and differentiated learning experience that allows our students to embody our mission. The second goal, we will develop systems, structures, and services that support the social emotional well-being of our SCCS community in order to develop principled leaders and lifelong learners. And then finally, we will enhance the opportunities for engagement, inclusion, and diversity within the SCCS Jaguar community in order to maximize the potential of every learner. In the following few minutes, we will go through each of those goals and show you the work that we are doing here that is aligned to fulfilling our strategic plan. Welcome to the Innovation Hub. This is part of our first goal, which is all about delivering a personalized, innovative, and differentiated learning experience to all of our students. We've made some great strides into this area under the thoughtful direction of Mr. Josh Amoite, and I'm very excited to show you some of the things that are happening here. As you can see, where kids are building robots. They're flying drones in competitions. We're even exploring the world of virtual reality to see how far we can really push education. We're committed to offering the most progressive, advanced education possible to help our kids compete on the world scene. We're very excited that our students were competing in international competitions in robotics and drones, and we're winning competitions in their first year of competition. So this is only the start. We look to build upon this and make this bigger and better, to expand our capabilities to offer a world-class education to all Jaguars. I'd like to talk about a couple of other ways that we are personalizing and differentiating our teaching and learning here at SCCS. One of the programs that we introduced last year is a program known as Goal Time. GOAL stands for Growing Our Achievement and Learning. And it's a time that all students in elementary school at every ability level are working on tasks that are aligned to their individual goals. We take student data, we sort students based on ability level and reading and math, and then we create small groups that meet 2 times a week for 45 minutes at a time in order to focus on the skills that these students need in order to reach their goal. This is the personalized instruction that we have been aiming for a long time, in which groups are working of 6 or 7 students along with one teacher on a specific set of skills. Students that need acceleration in reading are learning the basic skills that they need, whereas students that are at or above grade level are engaging in rich and in rewarding discussions about literature or advanced math concepts. But everybody is getting what they want. In these goal groups, students have the opportunity to work with one teacher in a small group of 6 or 7 students. They focus on the skills that they need to move to the next level, whether it be filling in some basic literacy skills in order to become a fluent reader, or if they are at or above grade level, they're engaging in some rich and meaningful discussions about literature or advanced math concepts. But we are ensuring that we are personalizing, making sure that it is custom tailored to the needs of each student. This goal time is part of our approach to what is known as MTSS, or multi-tiered systems of support. As you can see, the MTSS comprises many different aspects of school operations. We have a response to academic struggles, which is represented in a band of layers. We have layer 1, which is our core instruction that everybody receives.
If those students aren't catching on to the core instruction, then we layer on another layer of intervention in these goal times to make sure that we get all students at grade level. Occasionally, students don't respond to that, in which we layer on an additional level of support for these students so that all students succeed. This happens again in many other aspects, whether it be our approach to behavior, our approach to teamwork, or professional development. We are looking at layering on extra levels of support for all of our students, just regardless of their level. We aim to provide a variety of learning environments for all of our students to feel comfortable, whether that be outside, on field trips, in different classrooms, on the ground. We want students to be taking advantage of all spaces on our beautiful campus.
One other step that we are making towards delivering on our promise of personalized and individualized instruction is the use of supplementary programs such as iReady at the elementary level and Edmentum at secondary. These programs allow our students to develop their skills independently, to practice skills that are being taught in school, and to give teachers up-to-minute information about how they are progressing along the standards. Here you can see that a teacher would be able to see the growth that their students have made from the beginning of the year to the mid-year point, and that they're showing good typical growth, which is measured in the 50th percentile there. They're able to see which of their students are still underperforming and which ones are mastering the standards that they are teaching. It allows them also then to dig down to individual students and to show how much growth these students are achieving within that amount of time. So here you can see a student that at the beginning of third grade was performing at an early third grade level. We can see here that the student is on track, that they are showing typical growth, and even more so that we can see exactly in what areas that student is excelling and what areas they might need some reinforcement. Programs like this are essential for helping us to layer on additional levels of instruction that our students need to come out of the losses that were experienced during the pandemic. We feel like we have finally started to round the bend and that we are seeing great growth in areas of math, science, reading, and we hope to continue to see the growth and to be able to share those scores with you, the MAP scores and iReady reports at the end of the year. Thank you for helping to support these programs and helping to get your students to understand the importance of using them as a way of accelerating their own academic growth. A very exciting development this year at SCCS that is aligned to the first goal in our strategic plan was the rollout of our live book data dashboard program. This gives teachers and administrators up-to-the-date information on all aspects of student progress and development. Everything from their absences to tardies, whether or not there might be an attendance concern, the suspensions that they have, their reading level. We have access to GPAs and a lot of other information that we need in order to deliver on our promise of having personalized and differentiated instruction. This allows teachers to look at historical records. You can see on another tab here that student and teachers are able to see from the last several years, the students' MAP scores, how they've been doing. Have they been growing? Are they dipping right now? You're able to see all sorts of information, reading levels, attendance concerns. You can even see up here, you can see the historical grades that they've had in the past. This gives teachers up-to-date information and very good context so that then they can take our curriculum and custom tailor it so that, to where each student is at. They can make sure that each student is being pushed in the areas that they need to be pushed in and that we are accelerating their learning in the areas where they need to speed up. The data dashboard is a great advancement into helping us meet our strategic plan objective, into integrating technology into our daily practices, and into making sure that all students are getting instruction that they need at their level.
Our second goal is all about providing systems, structures, and services that support the social emotional well-being of our SCCS community. We take a very broad approach to this, knowing that there is no one single answer for the challenges that we are facing today. So we have assembled 4 different targets that aim at providing a rich and comprehensive learning environment in which all students feel supported. Target number 1 works on building on our existing successful programs. For the last couple of years, we have used successfully many successful programs such as Conscious Discipline, Second Step, Restorative Practices, and Jaguar Parent University. We plan on continuing these due to the success that we have seen in reaching our student and parent community. Our second is to capitalize on our advisory program at the secondary level. We have a wonderful opportunity working again with small groups of students to move some of our school-wide goals forward through the advisory program. Initiatives such as anti-bullying or a respectful community, or even challenges that keep students engaged and having fun at school can all be accomplished in our advisory program. Another approach to making sure we are meeting the social emotional needs of our students is by offering a robust fine arts program. We are excited and honored to have such a beautiful theater and fine arts facilities on our campus, and we are working hard to build a program that matches the grandeur of our facilities. We will continue to add on to the programming in music, visual arts, and performing arts so that all of our students have the opportunity to exercise their artistic talent. Another aspect that we think is important to developing character and to helping students feel adjusted and connected to their community is by serving in their community. So we aim to expand on our opportunities for students to serve in their community and to learn through experiences of working outside in real life situations. Through these 4 approaches, we feel that we can provide a safe and supportive environment for all of our students where they feel that their social, emotional, and academic needs are all being met.
Es el aire, mira cómo entra lento. Eso. Quiero ver los pianistas, ¿dan la piano? ¿Dónde por aquí el león que no se vaya tan lejos.
One of the most important pieces of programming that we provide here at SCCS for our students are our counseling services. We know that students these days are faced with huge challenges and many problems that at times can seem insurmountable. We know that we need to attend to the mental health of our students before we can expect them to achieve academically or really thrive socially. So we are very happy to have trained and capable counselors. We are bringing on a new team next year that will be able to revitalize our counseling program and really meet the needs that our students are faced with. Coming out of the pandemic, the needs and challenges that our students face are even greater than they were before. At SCCS, we are committed to creating opportunities to help work with the students on solving these problems, on overcoming their personal challenges. We know that meeting the mental health needs of our students is vital before we can expect them to flourish socially or achieve academically. We are dedicated to providing a proactive approach to meeting the mental health needs of our students, as well as a caring and thoughtful response for when they come to us with their problems. We also want to make sure that our elementary students have opportunities to explore new areas that they may not be familiar with. So we have a wide variety of extracurriculars offered by our teachers throughout the year. Within these classes, they explore things like books and crafts, embroidery and cross stitch, innovation. They make simple desserts and they learn sign language. We want to make sure that our students are exposed to a wide variety of activities because you never know where the next artist, the next scientist, or the next great communicator may be within our midst. Our second target in this area is about celebrating diversity. We want to increase our opportunities for students to display their talent, their diverse set of talent. We want to make sure that we have platforms to allow students to show their full potential. And we also want to create an environment focused on respect, inclusion, dignity, and belonging. To that end, my main campaign this year has been about creating a respectful and inclusive community. We launched this campaign way back in August about the Jaguar community, putting the unity into our community, knowing that we are stronger together than we are isolated. This campaign has focused around respect such as unity, belonging, kindness, collaboration. Many of our core values are reflected in this campaign. This has been a talking point of mine every time that I have been assembled with students or parents or staff, making sure that this message is repeated and that we are doing everything within our power to become the most respectful and inclusive community that we can be. We've had a number of campaigns similar and aligned to this. We had an anti-bullying campaign in which students dedicated themselves to respecting others and to not bullying others based on any perceived differences. We want to make sure that our students not only know what bullying is, but they are able to counteract it and stand up to those that are bullying others. One of the most impressive aspects of our campaign this year was actually one initiated by our students. These students came to us wanting to know how they could take part in our community building effort. And they suggested that they come up with a student honor code. So we are very happy that this year we were able to get all of our students in grades 3 through 12 to sign a student honor code that was written by students for students, that focuses on our core values, that has every student taking that moment to reflect on what they can do to help make SCCS the most respectful, kind, and inclusive community that we can be. We have followed this up with a parent honor code because we realize that students are not the only part of our community and that a very important, vital part of our community are our parents. So next fall, when you come to register your students, you will all be asked to take part in this community-wide effort to make SCCS the absolute best learning environment that it can be. I am also very proud of our board and appreciative of their efforts in moving our initiatives about creating an equitable and respectful community forward and putting into practice our diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging statement. This statement is required by accrediting agencies and by the U.S. State Department to receive grants to help fund our school. This is our opportunity to express our beliefs about what we believe in terms of diversity, inclusion, and belonging. It starts out that at Santa Cruz Cooperative School, we embrace and celebrate the rich and diverse tapestry of people that makes us a vibrant and inclusive community. Our commitment to fostering a culture of respect, equity, inclusion, and belonging is integral to our identity as a pre-K through 12th grade college preparatory school. It continues to define our beliefs and practices around diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. We know that by embracing and celebrating our differences, that we will create an academic environment that fosters success, personal development, and global citizenship for our students. As I prepare to step down and return to my home in Colorado, One of my top priorities is to make sure that SCCS is well prepared for the transition that is about to happen, and that Dr. Casey Asato, the next General Director of SCCS, comes into a well-working machine with a clear direction and obvious progress towards the goals of our strategic plan. I've been working hard with our leadership team for the last several months to make sure that the work we are doing is sustainable, that it is known by others, and that the strategies are clear and actionable. We have been lucky enough to work with external consultants, Dr. Audrey Menard from Panama and Katia Talavera from our very own community, have been working with the board and the leadership team, developing skills, developing leadership strategies, and thinking about the future of SCCS, so that all the work that we have done this year, all the great strides that we have made to creating the best possible learning environment can continue for years to come.
In closing, I'd like to thank all the hardworking teachers, my leadership team, the board of directors, the students, and the parents of SCCS for helping to make this year so successful. It hasn't been an easy year, but it has been a largely successful year. I've always believed since I was young and in Boy Scouts that we have a responsibility to leave a place better than we found it. And I feel walking away this year that I can say, yes, SCCS is in a good place. It's in a better place than where it was. And it will continue to grow because we have laid a strong foundation on which we can continue to build a strong strategic plan that we will complete by and large, and then other parts will continue to live on in the next strategic plan, which will be introduced next year. I wish Dr. Casey Asato and his team the very best of luck next year, and I know that SCCS will continue to be a leader of strong international education in Santa Cruz, in Bolivia, and in South America. Thank you again for all of the great work that we have done this year. I appreciate the community support, and I wish everyone the very best of luck.